How's my connection? It looks green. So far, so good with the connection, eh? Hey, Joe. Thanks for the comment. So, lots of stupid things about Windows 11. For example, media player. Maybe that's not Windows 11, but it's a component. It's like you can't turn down the volume. It's hard to explain, but you grab it and you want to turn down the volume, but it doesn't change until you release it. So like, okay, that's a little bit too loud. I might grab it and I'll move it halfway down. Oh, that actually is working. I'm sorry. I'm a little complainer. You probably don't even care about that. You want to see this, don't you? All the drama. Well, a minute ago it didn't work, and another thing it did was it made my video disappear. I didn't do that. I mean, I'm not saying that it disappeared. I did that on purpose. There it is. Yeah. Why are we here today? To see a new canal that I just discovered. My way is to show it as soon as possible, because we could be dead tomorrow, right? And I want everybody to know that I'm on top of these canals. So, oh, now I'm hearing. My computer fan just went on? Okay, whatever. All right, so here's the measurement, and here's the canal. So it's you see it disappear here, but it reappears over here a little bit before it goes under the sand. So we don't know how long this canal really was, but I have a theory. First, let me show you everything. Let me go back to 100, and we can. I don't want to kill that. I want to leave the measurement up, because look how when you come out here, you can barely see anything going on. Let's go north. Make sure we're oriented north. There you go. So there's the Richat, and then you go to the eye of the canal. Sorry, I meant to say the eye of. I meant to say the corner of the eye, and that's the eye, right? So this would be the corner of the eye. Somebody on Twitter was just talking about this mosque, and I said, yeah, not only is there a mosque, there's a military installation. Mosques don't make berms, okay, but this military installation, which is really here, created this berm and included the mosque within its berm borders. I don't know how they even drive out of there. Look at that. You can see little fortifications that look just like the ones maybe that were created by the French military. Look at, there's another one. There's another one. What are these things? You know, I wanted to go out there, and I tried to get a ride out there, but the drivers, I'm sorry, I don't usually talk about this, were incompetent. I didn't trust them to drive me way out here, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to do it. And I just walked away from the opportunity. It wasn't an opportunity, really. These little hotshot drivers were so confident about their sand driving, but then they wouldn't drive more than 5 miles an hour. So anyways, let me go back to the canal that I just found. I just want to talk about this a little more. So if you see this curve, and it's almost impossible to enjoy now. There is a 4 kilometer, that's 3 miles, that's different. I'll go ahead and delete that just to avoid distractions. This is the canal that connects the south to the north on the east side. And we don't know what happened under the sand. Was there a big ocean or sea here? I mean, you have the Adrar Plateau, and then the sand meets it. I would say that this point is pretty high, even though if you go into here, this point is the highest. Over here, it's like you could kind of just go back up and down. It's right up against it. Over here you have shorelines and cliffs, but on this side you don't have that cliff. You just have a kind of a gradual meeting of the two different places. I mean, this is a plateau of hard bedrock. This is sand, right? So there's a lot going on in here, so I'm not going to try to summarize it so simply, but when you get to this canal, look at that. See this river. You know, and this is why I say, don't say my canals. By the way, when I say my, I'm referring to these canals over here. These two parallel canals, so straight. Don't say that they're natural when you have a river going through the same plateau that's not straight. I do question these perpendicular lines along this river, and I think it's almost too perfect, right? The little squiggle. And somebody was calling this a whirlpool, and that this was a whirlpool. Maybe there was something lost in translation, but they did have a really cool picture here. Take a look at this on this one video where it kind of shows very realistic gathering of water on the Adrar Plateau coming down that river and going into the Richat. Now, right here is a little bit rough. That's not perfect, I have to say. You don't tell me that it went up and over that mountain. I've been there, okay? The river does follow right here, and there is a little water right here, so it would stop right here and accumulate right here. It's not going to go up and over that mountain right there. So that's a mistake, but they did a good job following it up the river and perhaps doing their research and finding other, what do you call it? Tertiary, what's that word? A tertiary river. I forgot the word. Arterial. Yeah, I guess it's arterial. Anyways, I thought that was pretty cool. And this guy, apparently, this is a Russian video. You can see his logo right here. I guess if you want to see his video in Russian, he seems to go over it all. And it looks like he's doing a pretty good job. I thought he went there, but according to somebody who watched more of the video, it was more of a planned trip. Some type of presentation. I liked it. And, you know, I like this one because it shows that the water doesn't run outside of the Richat and go to the ocean. No water escapes the Richat. And this Adrar Plateau is 1,000. Well, from here to here, it's about 800 feet. But on the other side, it's like 1,000 feet. So it's a very high plateau. I want to get out of here, and I want to go to the next thing. So this little river, it doesn't flow out. Now, some people, if there were a canal, a Plato's canal, covered, it would have gone probably right through here because I've studied this. That right there, you can barely see it, is still part of the Adrar Plateau. It's just covered in sand. So the only place that water really could go through is in this same pass. But it's going down into the Richat, not coming out. This is higher than that. This is higher. Most of the water gets absorbed before it even reaches over here. But in some pictures, you can see some lake or pool of water here. And over here, you can see water right now. Is that water? Maybe not. Maybe not. It looks like water to me, but it could be actual just dry playa lake. All right, back to the main point of this is to get past this canal, which connects the north to the south, going around this curve. And by the way, the place that I also wanted to go see is right here. It's a very interesting little thing. Was it a water control? Was it some type of a dam? It's not 3D enough to tell. It goes across about 50 feet, but it's very short, and it seems to follow up into here and then kind of disappear right about here. And since there's all these other lines and what appear to be dams, and by the way, this one kind of looks like it could be modern day. I don't know. Those are tractor marks, ancient. This berm looks quite old, but it's at the bottom of this lake, this dry lake. So I don't really think it has anything to do with up here and canal systems that may have existed a long time ago. Look right here. Do you see the lines? These are rivers. You can barely see them, but they are rivers, okay? Now, what I had shown you is a little straighter than that. It's not here. And I've looked at this area, and I need people to help me look and get real in here and find out if you see any other canals. Straight, two lines, something like this. What's that? Okay, maybe not. I've looked at it before, and it's hard, because it's so vast. But let's go a little farther out. A little farther out. Yeah, way out here. There it is, right here. So if you look at the whole picture, you've got this plateau also higher than the sand on the north and the south. And that means something here, because here's another little outcrop. Now, it's pretty bad when you zoom in. It's always terrible. The Google Earth always does this. But you can see clearly the artifact from the previous photo and which one's clearer. Now we're looking at an airstrip. That's an airstrip, right? Why they made an airstrip out here, I don't know. They needed to do it. That's the military. And what's next to it? What is that next to it? Some type of a... That's interesting, right? Is that modern day? Or is that something... I believe it's probably modern day. They may have had a wind. They wanted to block the wind. So they created a berm just as long as the airstrip, right? Pretty easy to see that, right? And it did catch sand, but it also accumulates sand. So there's the airstrip. Not sure why anybody wants to fly out there. What's this over here? Are those buildings? I didn't see those before. Let's take a look at this. These are sand dunes. I don't know what those are, really. They don't look like sand dunes. There's little tiny sand dunes. It looks like a little tiny sand dune, right? Okay, but what's this? What's that? So something's going on out there. They're doing some stuff. That's not, may or may not be modern day. But what I'm curious about is right up here. It starts right about here. Right north of that airport. Uh-oh. What happened? What? Is it buffering, Joe? I noticed a buffer. But I have a green... Oh, now it's red. Don't make me look. Let me just finish showing you. I hate it when the buffering happens. It says red, yellow, orange. Don't scare me, Joe. Tell me what's going on here. Okay, there's the beginning of the Straight Canal. And what's this? Is that another one? No. But here we go. And I'll just make it north. I'll orient it so it's straight up and down. But when you zoom in there, you can see this thing is going pretty straight for a while. There you go. Everything's done. I showed you everything. Is there a problem? I'm going to type, is it buffering? Okay, well, I assume you can hear me. Not sure. I see red now. That always happens. The computer is running a fan too for some reason. I always wanted to get the settings right, and I don't know. I've gone through it quite a few times, but as you can see, I've got this little red thing happening down there. I'm pretty much done. I showed you the canal, but there's a couple other things I want to show you. Let's just do a quick speed test and see what this... I'm telling you right now, gonna get rid of this Verizon. It looks like it should be working, but watch the upload, which is more important, right? The upload is definitely not as good as the download. And that's a problem, because when you're live streaming, the upload is more important. See, I only got 1 megabit per second. That's horrible, right? Anyways, I hope you can still hear me. Thank you for that. Let's just get back out of here. I want to mention a couple other things nearby. And that is here. This little arc looks pretty old. It doesn't look anything new. It's got sand dunes on top of it. Whoops. Sorry, I didn't turn off my phone. And it's got that curve going to it. I wonder if that curve and the curve out here has any relationship. Because we got this curve here. No, it doesn't look like it, right? This is like 18 kilometers long or 18 miles long. But if we go back out here, you see this curve right there. All right, well, I'm kind of worried it's buffering too much, and I didn't get a response. Joe said what happened, and then I lost him, huh? There's a couple more things you should check out here. That's why I need help. So please take a look and see if you can find anything. All right, I'm getting these messages. Great. All righty. There's another line here, see? That's another one right there. So you can find other stuff out here. This looks like it could have been something. Let's measure it. It looks like a canal, right? Probably want to do that in feet. Oh, it's good now. Thank you. Oh, 67 foot wide. So, yeah, look at that. 67 feet wide. Yeah, it is green now. That's for sure. And thank you for getting back to me, Joe. Okay, look at how long that line is right there. And north-south is here, okay? So it's not exactly north-south. But you've got these lines that are totally straight going through here. There's that one again, and it looks like there's something going on over here. So as far as canals are concerned, yeah, this isn't a drawer. I'm sorry, this may or may not be part of the Adrar Plateau. I don't think so, because it's quite different material. You can see the change in the material right there. Right? Over here, you can see the difference between the Adrar Plateau and the east of the Adrar Plateau. And yeah, is there other canals out here? This is why I need help. Is that a canal? I don't know. It's a little bit straight, but it's not enough to really tell. Sometimes you can see trees growing down the middle of these things because of the ancient water table that's, or maybe I shouldn't call it a table, water. See, look at this one. That is a river. We talked about that already. That's like a modern day probably river. So this is a hard bedrock, but it's not as hard as the Adrar Plateau, or it's not the same material. So check it out yourself and give me feedback. Yeah, right in the middle we saw that line going straight through, and some other weird lines. Now let's go over and use the Satellites.pro. So here we are, Satellites.pro. It's the same thing. Can we find that same up-down line? We can. And it's about 60 feet wide. It looks like it's cutting through. It looks like something here and something here. Maybe this is the highest point. I should probably get the topographical map going and see what that says about this place. But yeah, you've got some lines here, and you can get into it. Is that another one right here? All right, last chance for any questions. I'm going to look at the, what do we do here? We go to the search, and we go to Mauritania, and that'll start us off with a nice spot in Africa to start with, and then we can zoom in a little bit. The eye is right there. So we want to grab this spot right here and zoom right in there. All right, see, you can see already that the area above and below it is sand dunes that have filled in an area that's like 100. I mean, look at the yellow over here, 11, 11, 11, 14. And then if it turns green, it's even lower, 1092. And up here at the top of this, whatever this is, it's all red. That's the top of it. It's like 200 feet higher. It's not a lot higher. It's not like over by the Adrar. All right, give me those thumbs up. Share this video. I'm going to... looking for an editor. If you know any editors that want to help, I'll pay. Okay, you can't really see much here in this topographical map. I think that those two circles, though, and what we were seeing here, where are those two circles? We're way out now, right? So you have that big circle there. We can see that circle, and then that looks like the other circle. So something's going on with those two circles, right? Wait, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's this one? Let's back out just a little. It takes a long time to render. If I lock it, then we might be okay. No? No? We'll lock it, and then we'll back out, and we'll see what happens. Now, the colors may have changed, but we get... okay, let's take a look at... Let's back out of here. This is a Satellites.pro. Let's back out in Google Earth. I mean, look at that triangle of... I mean, what's going on there? It's just so weird. That is a triangle, right? I mean, I'm not saying that it stops. This one looks like it goes down at an angle. This one, you can't change the orientation. North is always at the top. Now, this is Google Earth. Look at that. I mean, it goes all the way down here. So if we zoom out a little bit, we can see right there is where that line started. But we've got a circle there, a circle here, and I think that's one. Let's look at this. Maybe we can go side by side. Try it that way. So it looks like this one... What's going on here? I can't see anything. This blue part over here... Wow, it keeps I wish it wouldn't do that. Okay, so this is kind of hard to make out. But you're seeing the blue part here Where's that curve at? Oh, that's the... Okay, is this north? Does that curve look like that curve? No. I can't tell anymore. You know what I'm going to do? Let's do this. This will make it. We'll put the imagery in there. I don't even care about this as much anyways. I mean, I'll check it out when I'm not live, maybe. But I just don't want to waste a lot of time redoing it. So we've got that line right there. Can certainly see that one, right? And then is that line parallel to this one? That's another question. Yeah, maybe it is parallel, right? Here, let's go back to Google Earth and we'll check it this way. So we'll turn this. Did we just find another set of parallel canals? Okay, we're going to make that go north-south, and then we're going to get out here and find that other one. Is it? Oh, wow, look at that. So close. It's a little bit off, right? But it's pretty much, you know, this one's like almost perfectly north-south already. That's off just a little bit, right? So let's go back and look at this one again. Look at that. I have to put it right in the middle of the screen, otherwise it'll be a little off or skew. So yeah, look at that. It's almost perfectly parallel. Perfectly parallel. What is the name of this place? And then you've got this curved wall. Okay, that's old. It's going underneath the sand dunes. And then you've got this other line, which is parallel to the first one. Anything else? Any other parallel lines? And then it gets bad again. Like, this is an area that's why I use the Mauritania. Sorry, I keep saying that. Satellites.pro map. But you can't really see. Like, there's the straight line. Where's the straight line? There's another one. What's that? Look at that. What's that? Looks like a perfect little circle in there, huh? All right. Well, I'm out of here. Just wanted to show you this stuff. We do look like we've got a little cross-hatching of I wouldn't say straight lines, but like consistently, directionally, what do you say? Deliberate directions. All right, let's go back here and see one more time. We're aligned straight up, down. There's that one right there, right? So we're going to look for more that are straight up, down at this point. Oh, look, another curve. And then it gets to a point where it's hard to see. But you've got these lines that look like a circle and a cross. Kind of hard to see what's going on out there. And yeah, you have to look at that one right there. See, and they do this on purpose. Let's see if the Mauritania map shows anything else way out there. And then I think I need to drink some soda or something. My stomach doesn't feel good. There's that cross-hatching. Look at that. I mean, it could be something. It's kind of hard to see. And then go out farther. You can see the line. Go out farther and see if you see anything more out here. I mean, you don't want to just stop in those high points. The sand's covering it up. Check out the topography. Did I close that already? All right, guys. Y'all have a good day. It's Sunday, right? Last chance for questions. Thanks, Joe. Oh, well, Joe, maybe I should start talking about the other stuff, you know. Where's those pictures that I just put? I was spending a lot of time over here. Recently, did some Twitter pictures over here. Where are we? We're in Algeria. We're in the Tassil Najir National Park. You can see at this distance that this whole area looks machined and erased and changed. And if you get in closer, you'll see. But also over here, it looks like it's been structured. Over here, we've got overburden dumping of the greatest sense. That's actually not in Algeria. This line right here separates Algeria from Libya. So we're here on this side, and a few things. The one easy one, if you're looking at it, let Let me go north-south. It makes a world of difference. And you get into this Tassil Nager National Park. Let's turn off all this other. Let's turn everything off clean. And you can go in and you can see some shapes that look kind of like, well, I know what I'm looking for. I see this little fork right here, and that fork is what I was looking at. I mean, this is an ancient quarry field, and the rectangles here are just crazy. So I did some experimentation with this, and I was looking at the ChatGPT helped me a little bit. Now, if you go there, you can find pictures like this up close of this place, and you say, oh, natural. People like want to just get toxic. It's natural. But I'm telling you, when you back out and realize that you've got, let's make sure I'm showing you the right pictures, these perfectly symmetrical, see, I knew that was going to happen. That's okay. That's just a side one. And these diagonals, you can see the measurements as I look, and they're not perfect, but then again, I didn't really focus on making them perfect. I kind of wanted to throw these numbers into ChatGPT, and ChatGPT says 100% not natural. These rectangles are just too perfect, and the fact that you've got these parallel lines within them, it's just for sure, right? What's that? Okay, what else do I want to show you? That was pretty much it. I mean, I recently posted this, the Mauritanian string of pearls. I've never put these names up. That name was hard to find, right? And we don't even know if that's correct. But I finally got something up. I think those are a little too straight. Although it's true, these two are not recognized as craters. And this one is a perfect time for the destruction of Atlantis, the Tenemor crater. I don't think the Tememichat or the Auluel are mainstreamly recognized as the cataclysm from Atlantis period of time. However, sometimes people make mistakes. I'd like to know where the research was done. Okay, guys, y'all have a good day. I'm going to double check the chat one last time, and then we out of here. And nobody chatted. So thank you very much. Whoops. I guess I'm not out of here. Try that one more time. Oops. See, I did it again. Have a good one, guys. We're out of here. I'm trying to start the music, but my computer is very slow for some reason. Thank you. Have a good one. See? Always giving me trouble. Where's my volume? Can you believe this?